Well, here it is. The U-Series. The UY55. I just got the box in. Take a look at it. DX Gamer. So, see here. See what's inside. Okay. And we open up and ta-da! Not too much to look at from here. Let me take out all the pieces and we'll take a look. Okay, I got all the pieces out. Let's see what we got. We got a backrest. We got a seat. We got a base unit. Got some sort of adjuster. Some sort of a neck pad. Some sort of a head pad. And then we had a cardboard box. Inside the cardboard box, here's what we had. We had 5 casters, some sort of a telescoping unit, some various pieces of plastic, some little levers. Came with some nut bolt, washer, and Allen wrench, and then some uncaps, and of course the all-important instructions. Well, let's see what happens when I put this together. Okay, I took the 5 casters with this thing upside down, I pushed them in and snapped them in, and now we have the 5 pedal covers, and you can see I have a nice little diagram on the pedal covers, and it shows the fat side going out, so it seems to just go in here and snaps right on. Okay, now it's time for the hydraulic unit. I guess that just goes in here and you set it in, and then the plastic cover that goes over top of it. Time to attach the back to the bottom. And on the bottom, you can see these things coming up. This one kind of swings free, and this one's hooked up to the lock. And as far as the bolts, you can kind of see how there's bolts right here. They gave you a wrench for tightening it, but as far as loosening them, these things just come out by hand. So let's just take these things out by hand, and then we'll position it and tighten them. Now here's the nut and the bolt. You notice there's a washer, lock washer, and the bolt. Don't lose the washer or the lock washer inside the upholstery. I want you, when you're unscrewing this thing, grab the washer, pull it out, and make sure that you get that along with the bolt and doesn't drop back in there. The back's on. Let's talk about it. Boy, this was not fun. I started by having, this piece that flops around. I had it laying back, and I managed to get this one just barely threaded, but it was loose. And then I wheeled this, or pressed this one around, and I got this one into where it just barely threaded, but kept it really loose. And then I brought it upright and put it here. So it's important it's in the upright position. Now take a look at this little lever here. If you pull up on this lever, this whole assembly spring-loaded, and this thing's going to pop forward. So now that we got some leverage on there, I can move this thing up straight, but it's really hard to move up straight without the seat on there. So don't pull the lever, just leave it straight up and down here until you get the seat on there and everything all tightened up. Okay, the next step is the covers, these plastic covers that cover the screws we just did. On the floppy side, there's a straight one. On the side of the lever, we have this one here that bends out. And the important thing, remember, is there's like a little round thing here, which goes in that little round hole right there. And then you can kind of see how it attaches. There appears to be 2 metal cups that go around the bolt heads. And then you can see these 2 plastic things. That one's not in very good shape, but and they snap into holes right here. So let's see if I can put the plan in. You can see the top hole up there. So let's go put the plan in action and see what happens. Went on okay. It was really important that you guide the hole, the insert into the hole, get on here, and then give it a good bang, and give it a good bang, and then it snaps in there. But you got to make sure it's aligned first. If you don't have it fully aligned in the hole, you give that good bang, the piece of plastic is just going to break right off. Okay, I turned the chair upside down because now we're going to do the control unit. And here's the control unit shown in the proper orientation. And if you notice, there's 4 screws in here. We're going to take these 4 screws out of here. And then the control unit will go on like that. So just just to give you an idea, just make sure you get the right orientation, you don't put it on backwards. And I guess the little hole would go to where the back, and then the adjusting thing would go to where you reach between your legs, and you'll be able to twist it easy. So if you want to be able to get the knob, you can think about it that way. Easy to grab the knob. Okay, those things went on pretty easily. One thing to note is there's a bit of adjustment range on this thing. It goes up now about 1/2 inch, so I always put it in the middle. What the heck, that seems like a good place. And another thing I noticed is these armrests seem to have positioning. From the factory, they seem to be all the way out. And of course, these things are designed for big people. And if I decide that, me being a little thinner and taller, perhaps I want to bring it in, we would just loosen these 4 bolts, push the armrest in, loosen these 4 bolts, push the armrest in, and then tighten them up there. But we'll see about that. And I put the 2 little paddles with the paddle going mostly down. So that way, when you're sitting in it and you reach back between your legs, you get to the paddle. Here's the finished chair. We put the seat onto the bottom. It just fit on there. Added the headrests. Added the lumbar support. And the headrest, I guess, has a little bit of play. You can move it around where you want to. Make it up a little higher if you want to. And the lumbar support has straps. You can kind of see these straps that go around the back here. And that makes it to where you can raise it or lower it, depending upon how you like it. There's more adjustments here. These things seem to have a little bit of adjustment range. There's a button here. This thing goes back. You can see how far it goes back. This button goes back. You can go down, go up, and this button, or this knob right here, okay, it's locked, and now I move it up, and now I can rotate back. This one back here goes down and goes up. So there you have it. So okay, this is for extra large people. So you kind of see the seat is about 20 inches, and you get about an extra 2 inches from the edge there. Here we go, we got like about 22 inches here. Okay, to the top of the seat here, looks like we're at about 33 inches or so, maybe even 34. Well, I like it. It was pretty expensive, and it didn't get leather. That was really a downside. It's like the imitation leather. And I wanted an extra large one. I'm a tall guy, and I really wanted something to where I could lean my head back. And if I lean my head back, my head just sticks about 2 or 3 inches above the top, to where it's not that bad. It would be nicer if it was even just a little bit bigger. And I was afraid it might be too fat, but it's pretty good. I got like a 34-inch waist, and I didn't feel like there was too much room. And I imagine somebody who's really, really big, like maybe 300 pounds or more, might actually find this thing just a little bit tight. So I don't know. It's okay. It's pretty solid. It could be higher quality, but then again, it's not like I bought an $800 chair. It's just a $350 chair. So that's still a lot of money. Okay.